Good morning, everybody, and can I please thank the people of New South Wales for their outstanding support during the COVID pandemic. We know that for many of our community leaders, our religious leaders, it has been an incredibly challenging time. Every religion has encountered their major holy days, their major traditions and rituals impacted by COVID. And I just want to thank the community leadership, our religious leaders and community leaders who've gone above and beyond to get the messages out to their community about how to stay COVID safe. And that is so important. Now we are entering the next important phase of our battle with COVID. We need to make sure that all of our citizens, all of our communities from different backgrounds, from right across the state, whether in Greater Sydney or in our rural and regional communities or our regions, have the vaccination. Our communities getting vaccinated means we keep New South Wales safe, we keep our loved ones safe, and we can continue to have a normal way of life. But I also know that many communities have strong links to families and friends overseas, and if we want to consider opening up our international borders in the future, we need to make sure our communities are safe. So I deeply want to thank all of the religious and community leaders that are here today spreading the message. Everybody here has either had the first dose or will be getting the first dose today by way of example. And we also want to make sure through New South Wales Health that we have good information to all of our communities to get the updated information to make sure that their GPs or their health experts have the information they need to make sure community members feel confident and safe in getting the vaccines. I also want to thank the ethnic media and ethnic press that are here today. Your job is so important in making sure you help us get the message out. And can I thank all of you who work very hard to get that message out? And especially today for coming all the way out to Homebush, which is one of 100 sites across New South Wales where people can get the vaccine in addition to, of course, their GPs. We know there are very many GPs with strong links to their communities, especially those from diverse or non-English speaking backgrounds. And we know those GPs are also very critical in supporting our efforts in getting people vaccinated. So again, thank you to all the community and religious leaders that are here today. Thank you to members of the ethnic press in New South Wales who are here today. Now what I will do is answer just a few questions, and then Dr. Lee will take over from me and answer the rest of the questions. But can I also take this opportunity to welcome and thank the New South Wales Health Minister, Minister Brad Hazzard, the Chief Medical Officer of New South Wales, Dr. Kerry Chant, Dr. Harry Haranath, who is Chair of Multiculturalism New South Wales. And of course, please know that today we're also offering the community and religious leaders that are here today to have access to any information they need or you need to pass on to your communities in various locations across the state. So I'll just take a couple of questions now and then hand over to Dr. Lee. And then obviously we're going to go and continue our day and continue our messaging. And a number of people here have booked their appointments, so we can't miss them at their appointments and make sure that they get their vaccinations in a safe and timely way. So I'll just take a couple of questions and then I'll hand over to Dr. Lee. If there's anyone with questions? If no questions, that's okay, even better. Later. Yeah. Anyone from the ethnic media with a question? I might actually now ask, I actually have to go with just a few people to the next event, but I will ask Dr. Lee and the other community leaders to stay here and continue on with the conversation. And I just want to thank you all again for your presence and say that the ethnic press has just as important role as I do or Dr. Chant does in getting out the message, and we really, really appreciate your efforts. As you know, I've already had the first dose. I'm having my second dose in early June. My mother, who's 81, has already had her first dose and is looking forward to her second one. So we are encouraging everybody to come out in a safe way. It is the vaccine. If the vaccines weren't safe, they wouldn't be offered. So we want to make sure that everybody gets those messages. Thank you so much, and thank you for helping us get out those messages. So I'll let Dr. Lee now come and say a few words. I have to take Dr. Chant and Minister Hazzard and a few leaders with me to the next event, but everybody else will be here to support us getting out the important messages. Thank you so much, everybody. All the best.
Well, thank you very much, Premier. And can I start off by thanking all the community and religious leaders today. As the Premier said, what we want to do is get out the message, and we're asking the community leaders to say, have your vaccination now. Vaccinations are safe. Vaccinations protect the individual from getting any terrible COVID-19. Vaccinations are right no matter what background you're from, whether you're born in Australia, no matter what religion or where you're from. Vaccinations are important to keep our community safe, keep the individuals safe. It's a wonderful opportunity today to see a demonstration, and that's why it's so important for the guys behind me to come out and show to their communities that vaccinations by actually doing. Can I say that if you're over 50, book into one of our centres, over 100 different centres. Go to nsw.gov.au to book in. Over 50, you'll get an appointment straight away. You can book in online, and in 12 weeks' time, then go for your second shot of AstraZeneca. For those of you who are 40 to 49, you can go on the website and then you'll put in a queue that you'll get your Pfizer vaccine over time when that becomes available. But it's a very efficient system. We're here at Homebush today. Over 5,400 people this week in one day have been vaccinated here. We'll continue to roll out those vaccinations as time goes on.
Australia's first Indian magazine to have a national reach, Indus Age is the largest circulated South Asian magazine in Australia with 5 simultaneous editions, 55,000 copies printed monthly, 220,000 readers, largest network of clients, undisputed leader in community news. Indus Age is circulated in Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Brisbane and Perth to over 525 outlets. Grab your copy now to get the latest on the community, news from India, Bollywood, music and much more. For more info, log on to www.indusage.com.au.